Salutations, I'm Kartosael and welcome back to another episode from Tales of Kartonia. I do realize it's a day late and I do apologize for that. But it was a bit of a hectic week for me, so sorry. Anyway, as you might have seen, I have only this piece of armor left. I had a full leather set, in case you don't remember. This one will probably break next time I'm hit by anything. That's because I went for a bit of caving. I kind of forgot I was wearing just leather, so that was surely interesting, but it turned out to be okay. But what I did not see in the 1.6.2 patch notes, because that's the version we are in right now, is that they added baby zombies and baby zombie pigmen. So I was pretty much terrified when I suddenly heard a very high-pitched, not like that, very high-pitched gurgling sound below me. I was like, wait, that sounded like a zombie baby. So yeah, I suddenly had to fight off those little creepers. Apart from that, caving went fine, except for a double creeper explosion on my head, which kind of killed me. But yeah, today I want to build something again. We already have a structure for our wood, for our metals mostly, and also coal in that. Building to smelt our materials on a larger scale, so stuff like stone bricks and smooth stone will be found there, as well as hardened clay, and the arboretum, which of course houses our plants, most of them anyway. So yeah, that kind of leaves a lot of bulk which needs to be stored, and by that I mean stuff like dirt and gravel and sand and what you would call it, cobblestone, especially cobblestone actually. So I've laid out in logs, blimey, the general layout of the storehouse, the bulk storage will be this building. This part will actually be like that one, but I'm changing it up a bit by adding more of those round structures over here and actually over there. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Of course, this might not actually be a wise first thing to do. We'll just first outline everything, because the outline of these building types are made out of stone brick and of wood logs. The wood logs are partially there, and stone brick will be here right now, like so. Going to have an entrance over here, into that one, and gone, entrance over here, and over there. So on this side it's a small bit higher than the land, whereas on this side it's sunk into the land. Of course need to outlay this as well. Wait, outlay, either one of those actually correct, isn't it just outline? Someday I'll learn proper English, I'm pretty sure of it, but it is not this day. So each of the columns is going to be 4 tall, as always. Ow, well, almost always anyways. Yes, I'll do that. I'll be right back. Alright, so we have the outline here. There is one thing that I want to address a bit, and that is when you build things on top of something that's a bit hilly, like we have over here. It's important to, when you're building it straight on top of it, like we have over here, that looks a bit weird. Especially if this was a full block, then this would turn into a dirt. Because this is technically a transparent block, it doesn't. Actually, that's a cool way of testing. Is this technically transparent? Well, of course it is. I can still open the chest. Anyway, this looks weird. Looks unnatural. So there are two things you can do to change that. I had the same problem over here, and I've kind of solved that by filling out a bit of dirt, so it's clearly on top of the hill. Over here, what you could do is actually remove this block and place that over there. It looks a lot more natural than just standing straight on the edge there. Also just filled it out over here a bit, might change it up, but you get this idea. So right, we have done that. This center part is what we're going to build up first. And that's because the other two things are attached to this one. So this one actually has the more important... let me rephrase that. This thing is actually the main structure. Those are added onto it. So it has to look like this is the main one. And you do that by just starting out with that shape, which I kind of got. So I'm back here checking that out. Alright, so we have a stair right on top. That's what I want to know. And we're walking back. Let's make a stair for now. Go. No, it's wrong. Up like this. This will be the center, so we need this. There we go. The other side, to get to there, we do these. And place another stairs. And I'm going to repeat that 2.5 times. So I got the stone brick layout over here. And started doing it over here as well. This is going to be pretty much standard, like I have done all of those actually. And if you do wonder how I did that precisely and why, you can look back at the episode I made that one, because that's the one I explained it, I believe. I hope I did, because that's the first time I built it, so if I didn't, that would be really bad. Well, anyway, going to fill all the leaves in later. Just first doing all these. Like so, I believe. Might have actually filled that out, but not completely relevant. Do I have enough of these? I do not. Well, that's a bother. Ow. So is that. Can check. Well, of course this one's different. Let's check it over there then. Yeah, I did fill it out. Fair enough. What was I going to get again? Oh. Slabs. Now there's always a discussion whether they are called slabs or half slabs. In game they are called a slab, stone brick slab. But if you look in the programming, in the code, there is actually not an item called slab. There is an item called half slab. So, for all those guys saying they are actually slabs, suck it. Programming is always right, and that one says half slabs. How do I know the programming? Well, that's a different question altogether. I have looked into modding Minecraft, which I may or may not actually do, because I kind of hit a bump in the whole modding road named adding items. How about that? Oh, there's one difference from this one over to that one. As you can see, the front over there is flattened, whereas here it's actually rounded. The backside over there is rounded, whereas over here it's flattened because it ends into this one. This one's going to be different than that one, or it'd be, well, boring. Let's take a quick nap. It looks like they didn't fix the you fall into your bed thing. We need more stairs, we need more slabs, we need more stone brick. This one's been cooking. Oh, it's almost done. Yeah, this one's been going for quite a while. So I ran out of smooth stone because I had to fill in this island. Do I have a workbench here? I do. Crafting bench, whatever. Yeah, crafting table. Even. Yeah, the next island I'm going to do, kind of lost my train of thought there, which is of course very uncommon for me. The next island I will build, I'm going to fill it in a slightly different way, but when that time comes I'll of course show it. I could just do this several times. Yeah, there we go. Really love this dragon craft thing. It makes life so much easier. At least life in Minecraft. Run. I do like Bandit being here now. Of course, after all, this is Kartonia. This is our main base. So Bandit should be here. Next step would be getting Rainbow Dash here, but I don't know just yet. I don't feel much for letting a horse roam free on an island in the sky. You know, I don't want them to fall off. That's basically my point. Let's get up again. The dirt stair. This one's going to be 2 stories. Quite a lot like that, actually. By doing that, this building will have no symmetry at all. Because if you be standing over here, you know, this small part is symmetrical, but you have building over there and nothing over there. This one's too high, so all sense of symmetry will actually be gone. Some people like that. Blimey. Some people don't. I am more of a symmetrical builder, but as of late I have started doing more and more buildings that are not symmetrical. And to be honest, they do quite often look more cool. For some reason. Well, that was weird and very, very annoying. I have to replant some grass there, and I need to have I ever mentioned how much I dislike my scrolling wheel? Because I'm not sure I did, but if I haven't, I really dislike the scrolling wheel on this mouse. I should probably either get a new mouse or stop whining, but oh well. So I'm just going to finish up this ring, like did over here, just finish it, make it a bit higher, and I'll be back with you. So I put the roof on it, at least the backbone of it, and added the floor, and we run into a small design flaw, I think you could call it, design difficulty. Can you see it yet? Probably is this thing. It's part of this wall and probably really shouldn't. So the 2 ways to fix this, we either remove this or add this. And my preference for now is going out to the removal. That might change, we'll see. Of course you need a small stair down, like we have over here. Actually precisely the same stair. Maybe I'll let it come out over here and go around here, so that this building is pretty much centered on this side, leaving this side open for other stuff, because the end of the island is actually nearing. I thought I had more space over here, but I didn't. But we'll work our way around, because this really needs some lighting, so I'm going to break this and place glowstone in all the four corners, and I hope that that gives off enough light. It will over here. The point is, will it do over here and in the middle? For here we have a block light of 10, which is sufficient. In the middle we have 9. That's all good, as long as it's 9 or higher. Right. Lovely. There's still one thing though, but we'll get on that later. It has become a grass stair. Whoop-de-doo. Actually, if I remove this now and add the stair, that might actually work out, but we might as well just not do that. If I make the stairs over here, I'll have to remove that. So if I make it over here, let it wind that way, I would have to also remove that. Let's sleep first, because the island doesn't allow any spawning, except when I'm in the middle of a build. Then it actually might, because I'm building stuff. Nope. I'm building stuff that might actually have dark places. Of course, can help that by adding the light already. That will save us some trouble. There we go. And this floor as well. Yeah, and if I place lamps there, would that be enough light? Actually, would it look good? Not really. So let's not do that. I'll just put them over here. And it should technically be here. Let's just remove these torches and see if it has enough light of its own. Yeah, it does. Perfect. Knock out all these. And it's looking a lot better already. There we go. So the bare structure has been built, except for the stair. I'll make the stairs. I mean, it's not that great to see. It's just one of these. I'll add the floor, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, so I have added the floor, and I'm now starting to... Oh, bothersome. We still have that. Let's remove and replace. Completely forgot about that part. So, as I said, I am starting to fill out the walls. I added the stairs, I added the floors. So we are getting near the point of being done with this build. Of course, I will still need to fluff this up. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Go. As you might have already seen in my inventory just now, in a flash, I am carrying around ice. And we'll be placing that shortly. I'll just continue to fill out these leaves off camera. I think that's best for both of us. So yeah, be right back. So, I filled in the walls with leaves. And this is how the front of the building is looking. We have a small triangle over here. if we were to extend this all the way to there, with the half slabs, it would be just like the back side over there. But because this is the front of the shop, we have a sign to be over there, that thing. And these stairs are actually placeholders until I have figured out what exactly to do with the road. This is the way to get in. Walls everywhere. I really like the fact that this wall is actually part of this building, and this little wall is actually a part of this and that one. So you have some shared wall, and I like that. All the leaves are filled in except over here. Here I want to place some ice. Why? Because, oh no, this is wrong. And such a waste of ice as well. I really like ice. The transparency of it and stuff. Yeah, I really like using ice. I do want to incorporate that into the walls somehow, but I haven't decided yet how to make that look good. So you might wonder, we have ice over there and we have glowstone over there. Why is that not melting? Well, for ice to melt, there has to be a light level of 11 or greater, I believe. This thing is light level 16. It emits light level 15, which means that that block will be level 15. This one is, well, this one won't allow light through, so this doesn't count. So we have 15, 14, 13, 12. So it's not greater than 11, albeit only just. If you were to place the ice over here, it would melt. So this works, and actually still allows it to be, it looks lit because of this lighting strangeness. So yeah, incorporating some different materials because we want to. There's one thing I haven't checked with fluffing that I do want to check, because I'm using sandstone for fluffing the birch. I know not everybody agrees on that, but what I am curious is, does it look any good when I fluff up the second floor? Because I actually forgot doing that on that building over there. Let's just take a random block. Let's try just fluffing up this entire wall. Did I just say wall? It's a floor. We need some over here. And let's see how it looks from below. This could be used as an argument against using sandstone, but I'm okay with it. It's not like I'm going to look up a lot. But only just. So this all still needs to be fluffed up. Which, actually I'll just do that right now, so I'll be right back. I'm not going to do that on camera, because last episode I talked for quite a long while on how I fluff things up. So I'll be right back. Here we are, the building's all fluffed up. I added some jungle leaves, some smooth stone. No, that's not smooth stone, I meant sandstone. I added jungle, logs, and well, that's actually it. There's no way really to fluff ice. Maybe with water, but that would be really weird. And it wouldn't really look too well, to be honest. I quite often ask you guys oh, please leave a comment and stuff like that. You might wonder what kind of comments are you actually wanting. Well, last week I got a comment from the Missing No LP who said jungle leaf texture of the jungle log texture is actually the jungle of the normal oak wood texture, but slightly adjusted and tilted and recolored. So if you use the log like this, it will actually make a really good fluff inside the column, and he's absolutely right. So why am I still using this? Well, there is a slight problem with my build right here. And that's this. If you tilt it, you also tilt this part. So for this build, that does not work. It was, however, quite a brilliant suggestion. So yeah, those are really good comments. If you build like this, where the sides of your log are encapsulated, like over here, there's no way you can see the side. By side I mean this part. If you have those in your build, you can certainly use that. Or so if your log is flush with the wall, you can do it like this, because there's wall there and there is wall there. Of course, if it's inset into the wall, like that block over there, you could use it in the same way. I'm not doing that over here, because it would remove the randomness. If it's always on the bottom, it will also remove consistency, because here it's an entire column here, and then it would be just a log over there. So that's why I'm not using it over here in this build. But once again, that was a very useful comment. And let's do this. In case I didn't show, I have also just filled these out. Just to be consistent, because I'm not sure if I did that in there. Let's check that out. My personal opinion, it's always very important to stay consistent. Oh, I just... I just have no wall here. What do I like more, actually? Do I like no wall, or do I like a small door? No wall is of course a bit more practical, but let's test it out. Yes, I got the stuff in my bar. So if we just break down the walls. Well, that gives it a really open feel, which I kind of like. But this part's pretty closed, so I'm going for the small doorways. No, I'm actually going to remove these bottom ones. What was I doing again? Oh yeah. No. There we go. Put some of these, and actually still need those, and some of these. So. Not like that. Not at all. And I need those. There. So it looks a bit more open than the actual entrance, because we don't have that block. And of course I do still need to add the carpets here and there and all everywhere in this building actually. But yeah, that's the way the building looks. And if I go up here, I would look from over here. So if I'm inside this building and I look out, I see chests. Woo! I really like the way that looks. It helps that it's not symmetrical, I guess. It does seem a bit symmetrical if you just imagine that that wouldn't be there. But that does break it up. I like it. So what we're going to store over there, way too far. I already mentioned it, I believe. Why am I in that chest? I really don't know. I'm a bit lost. And I have not nearly enough chests. Let's just get some chests going. So I'm going to place all the cobble in this one. I have plenty of space. Not sure if I'll ever get that much. We'll put our dirt and our gravel. Actually, we'll have dirt here, just those two. And we'll have gravel and sand. And maybe I'll store my netherrack over here instead of in my forge. I mean, that makes sense. In a way. Because in my forge I store all things already smelted. So it would be illogical to store the netherrack over there. I'm not sure if I'll ever get enough dirt to fill 2 walls. I mean, like, even if I only made it this high, that's still a lot of storage. I could add another floor, to be honest. But yeah. Actually upstairs? I'm thinking how I'm going to put down chests and how to fill them. Guess it's not very interesting. So let's add the carpets and end this episode. If I am not mistaken, this episode actually is a bit, oh blimey, is a bit shorter. But then again, I am known to make mistakes about that. So I'm not really going to say anything about the length. It's a bit bland. It still is, but not as much. Let's do it like this. I don't think we already had this one. It seems a bit familiar. I'll do it like that. And it's the same building, so I'm going to do it twice. You want carpets on top? I don't. Woof. Let's put these back. Yeah. Like so. Anyway, that's it with the building for today. I am still going for the non-vines. I'm still not entirely sure which one of the 2 designs I like more, with or without the vines. And they really do spread, which is annoying. Do they? Well, I'm still kind of... Oh! That's one disadvantage of having these vines everywhere, as I also have string everywhere. So left clicking breaks stuff. Yeah, what I was trying to say is, one thing I am still struggling with is a railing for these. Wait a minute, did I forget those over here? I did. Anyway, it will be useful to have a railing going around this. But the problem is it gets really bulky really fast. So if you have any suggestions on what we could use as a railing, I'd love to hear them. I did think about adding a layer around and letting vines hang down, so it will be a vine kind of railing, but in corners you can only have the vines on one side, so that would look weird already. And I don't know. So if you try to go up and you go with an angle, you go into the vines, you get slowed and blah blah blah. So we have that problem still. Anyway, on that note, that's all for today. And so on that note, we end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Kartosael, and I hope to see you again next time.